one of the du'as we are supposed to do before we say salam in our salah on daily basis, minimum 5 times, is we seek refuge from the test of the Dajjal and from the punishment of the grave. So Surah al-Kahf, this is what he said, alayhi salatu wasalam. There is memorizing and there is reading. And it's all about either the first 10 or the last 10 of Surah al-Kahf. The first 10 and the last 10 is not the stories, it's just the introduction. And he said the following. I just want to make sure so I don't read the hadiths wrong. This one is in Muslim. And he said, alayhi salatu wasalam, this is related by Abu Darda. من حفظ 10 آيات من سورة الكهف عصم من الدجال. Right? Now, whomsoever memorized 10 verses of Surah al-Kahf, general. 10. How many of you, show me hands, is okay, I want to see this, memorized all Surah al-Kahf? All Surah al-Kahf. All of it. 1 only. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't be shy. We have close to 60 here. We don't even have 10. Can I ask why not? Don't answer me. But I want you to go home and ask yourself this. Why not? Why not? If I ask you again the same question you have heard from me many times, give me a recipe right now from your memory about the most well-known, right, recipe in your country you came from or in the United States. All of you will give me the recipe. Or why not Surah al-Kahf? It's 110 verses. You read it every Friday. It's not difficult to memorize. It's not challenging. It's not like some other, it's not. Because it's stories and doesn't have a lot of tough words or difficult words for us. So the first question everybody is going to ask yourself, why not? We keep asking Allah, why not? Why me? Then I'm going to ask to everybody, why you have not memorized Surah al-Kahf? And don't answer me, may Allah forgive me. But Allah is going to ask you. 10 verses at least, start by 10 verses. 10 verses. If you memorize 1 verse a day, 1 verse a day, may Allah forgive me, right? You need 110 days. And how much is 110 days? It's 4 months. Yani from now till the end of the year. 4. 1 verse a day. How long it takes? Okay, review. What is the big deal? You listen to a song 1,000 times. You play the same game many times and you enjoy it. You watch the same thing many times. I'm not saying haram. Inshallah, it's all halal. So put a goal that this is my goal till the end of the year, right? We have absolutely 4 months and maybe half. I'm going to memorize one verse. Yanas, 1 verse a day. And you have it translated, and you have audio, and you name it, and you have it. Man hafidha 10, who memorized 10, and this is the one in Muslim, you memorize 10, you're protected from a Dajjal. So when he comes, and those millions don't read what's written on his forehead, if you have memorized those 10, you will read it, and you will be saved. That's one. Second one, here also Abu Darda, he said, Man qara'a, who read the last 10 verses of Surah al-Kahf, also we will be protected from the test of a Dajjal. So there is 2 opinions of it. The first one is stronger. So you read or you memorize. Question for everybody, I really want to see hands. Because we really need to know where are we. How many of you every Friday they read Surah al-Kahf? Every Friday. Less than 50% in this class. And this class is supposed to be the best of the best. My question to everybody, why not? And Friday starts from after Maghrib on Thursday. So don't tell me I work on day of Jumu'ah. Fine, read it Thursday night. And in fact, there is a hadith of virtue of reading it that night. Why not Thursday night after Maghrib? Before you go to bed on Thursday, right? Instead of scrolling or talking or texting or reading something that is not beneficial. Make it a habit. Make it a habit. At least start by reading. Every Thursday or every Friday, depends on your schedule. The more you read, memorization is much easier because your eyes will memorize where is it. Again, memorize it read it in transliteration. If you don't know the Arabic, that's fine. Read in transliteration, listen, and work on it and put it as a goal till the end of the year. Man qara'a ashr, just 10. At the end, which is the last page, you will be protected from the test of al-Dajjal. If I tell you now, right? If once you leave, oh, I just came in and there was a huge accident, right, on Jeffrey, try to avoid Jeffrey. Will anybody go to Jeffrey? Right? You're all gonna say, take left and go the other way. Why did you believe me when I said this? And then you didn't believe Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam when he told you this. And I didn't take any action. Why? Who can answer me? It's not a priority. So let's make this a priority. I want to be protected. You want to be protected? Take measures. We all, may Allah forgive us and don't you ever forget, we all wore those masks, remember? And those shields, and we stayed home, and we took the vaccine. Alhamdulillah, he lifted. But we did it. And I know there is going to be a fitna of a Dajjal. Why don't I prepare to protect myself? Surah al-Kahf. The other one, he said, there is a virtue when you read it from one Friday to the other. Now, it is not about just reading it, but it's consistently between Friday and Friday. Now, combine everything I said. He said, من قرأ الكهف في يوم الجمعة, on the day of Jumu'ah, أضاء له من النور ما بين الجمعتين. You're going to have a light, and I'm going to come to it, but just translating. Whomsoever read Kahf one Friday and read al-Kahf on the other Friday, in between, there is a light for him or for her. What is that light? And why between Friday and the other Friday? Combined with the tests we have. I read it, and I said, hey, be careful. You just learned some deen, don't be arrogant. Hey, you are in a place, you just got a new job, and there is a lot of tests in the new job about your deen, right? You just got money. You were just appointed with a power. These are the four things. When you read it in that Jumu'ah, you're going to read it with understanding. Alhamdulillah, that's what we are doing. Then whatever happens in that Friday, in that week, you start your week and you already have what you need to stay strong. The light, what he says, the light is not the light, it's not a flashlight. I see reality. I see that when I don't pray at work, I see it and I can, and there is no way you can tell me you cannot pray at work. I will not take this whatsoever. You know why? Because I went through it way before, when now everything is way easier. During September 11, after September 11, when you are the only one who wears hijab in this 2,000 huge hospital, you can do it. So when you have read Surah al-Kahf, you're going to go Saturday, weekend, you went out, you want to have fun, alhamdulillah. But you will stay focused on your deen because al-Kahf told you that you will be tested in your deen. So every Friday to the other Friday, you have a torch. It's not a physical torch. It's a spiritual torch that's going to make you see reality as reality. أضاء له ما بين الجمعتين. In the other hadith is even من قرأها ليلة الجمعة. And I want you to pay attention to the beautiful catch here. He said, "Man qara'aha laylat al-Jum'ah," who read it at the night of Jum'ah. Now we are night. There will be the light between where he or she is and al-Bayt al-Atiq, meaning Mecca. Why? Night is dark. Mecca is very far. But Surah al-Jumu'ah will put a light in front of you that you focus. What is al-Bayt al-Atiq? What is Mecca? What is the house of Allah? It's Allah. Surah al-Kahf will make you attached, connected, protected, and see this life as its reality. Our issue, all of us, may Allah forgive me before anybody else, we don't see the world as we should. We don't see, none of us in this room, myself number one, and nobody online, see this dunya as it's temporary. We don't. Whether you are 15, whether you are 70, we're here forever. Yes? Yes or no? Yes. You know why? Because I don't plan otherwise. Right? There's a beautiful saying, I learned it years ago. Al-aqilu man taraka ad-dunya qabla an tatrukaha. The wise person is the person who leaves dunya before dunya leaves him. وَعَمَّرَ قَبْرَهُ قَبْلَ أَن يَدْخُلَهُ, and built and flourished and furnished his or her grave before they enter. وَأَرْضَى مَوْلَاهُ قَبْلَ أَن يَلْقَاهُ, and pleased his or her Lord before they meet him. Is that true? Are we going to leave the dunya, or the dunya will leave us? Doesn't matter how you look at it, but we're leaving. True? Yes? Perfect. Are we going to a grave? Yes or no? Yes. And are we meeting Allah? Lovely. What have you prepared? Did you leave dunya? What is leaving dunya? Doesn't mean I'm not going to do anything. Leave dunya, don't get attached to it. And don't make it your focus.